You ever wake up, swing your legs out of bed, and feel like your blood pressure's already racing before you've even had your first sip of coffee? That's not just in your head, sweetheart. Most folks don't realize this, but the first hour after you wake up, that's when your body is most vulnerable. And there's 3 little habits so many of us do without even thinking that can send that number climbing higher than it needs to go, especially after 60. This video is for general information and educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. And stick around because number 3 on this list, that one stopped me cold when I first learned about it. And it's something almost nobody ever talks about. Now, I know that title sounds a little bold, but listen. I wrote it that way because I genuinely want you to try these changes. And from what I've seen over the last 15 years making these videos, folks are always surprised by how much something so simple can help. Let me just paint a picture for you. You know how when you were raising kids or working all those years, you just went, go, go? Didn't matter how you felt. You got up, you pushed through. Well, some of us are still doing that same thing. And your body's been trying to tap you on the shoulder for a while now. That little whisper you keep ignoring, that's the one saying, slow down just a bit at the start. So here's mistake number 1, and I'll be honest, this one got me too for years. Jumping right out of bed the second your eyes pop open. Now here's the thing. When you've been lying down all night, your blood is flowing nice and easy. Your blood pressure actually dips while you sleep. That's normal and healthy. But when you stand up too fast, your body has to suddenly work twice as hard to push that blood up to your brain. For some folks, that makes them dizzy. For others, that sudden jolt can cause a spike. So what do I do instead? I wake up. I lay there for just a minute, maybe 2. I wiggle my toes. I stretch my arms above my head like a cat. I take 3 slow breaths before I even think about sitting up. Then I sit on the edge of the bed for another 30 seconds. That's it. That's all it takes. And you can do that starting tomorrow morning. No equipment, no cost, just a little patience with yourself. Now, don't skip this one, because if you're someone who takes blood pressure medication, that sudden stand-up can sometimes make you feel like the room is spinning, and we don't want any falls. Bless your heart, we really don't. You've taken care of everyone else your whole life. It's okay to take 2 minutes just for you in the morning. All right, let me tell you about mistake number 2. And I'm going to say this with a little bit of a smile, because I know I'm going to catch some of you red-handed on this one. Running straight to the bathroom and, well, you know, pushing, straining, trying to force things to happen. Oh, honey. Listen to your old grandma on this one. Here's what happens. When you bear down like that, and I mean really push, what you're actually doing is holding your breath without realizing it. And that builds up pressure inside your chest and your belly. That pressure pushes right back against your heart. And for a few seconds there, your blood pressure can shoot up higher than it's been all night. Now, most of the time it comes right back down. But for folks with already high blood pressure, or anyone with a little plaque buildup in those arteries, that sudden spike can be dangerous. I've heard this from so many folks just like you. They didn't even know they were doing it until a doctor mentioned it. So what's the fix? And I'm being real gentle here. You drink more water the day before. That's number 1. You add more fiber to your supper. Think an apple, some beans, a handful of nuts. And then in the morning, you sit, you relax. You let your body wake all the way up before you even try. If it doesn't happen right away, that's fine. You try again later. And here's something that surprised even me. Propping your feet up on a little step stool while you're sitting there. Just a small one. That changes the angle of things, and honestly, it helps everything move along smoother. Who knew, right? You're not broken, sweetheart. Your body just needs a little help sometimes. Now, mistake number 3, and I'm going to get real with you here because this one hits close to home for me. Grabbing that first cup of coffee or tea, or heaven forbid an energy drink, before you've had any water. I know. I can almost hear you groaning. Don't take my coffee, Grandma. And I'm not saying that. Not at all. But listen to me. All night long, 8 hours, maybe more, your body hasn't had a single drop of water. You've been breathing, you've been sweating just a little in your sleep. Your kidneys have been working. You wake up already a little bit dry inside. That's just a fact.
So what happens when you pour caffeine on top of that?
Caffeine is what we call a diuretic. That's just a fancy word for something that makes you pee even more. So now you're starting the day already low on water, and then you lose even more. Your blood gets a little thicker. Your heart has to work harder to push it around. And up goes the blood pressure. Now, I'm not saying you can't have your coffee. Mercy, no. I love my morning cup too. But here's the little trick that changed everything for me. Before I even pour that coffee, I drink 1 full glass of water. Just 1. Room temperature is easiest on your stomach first thing. I keep a glass right there by the bed so I don't even have to walk to the kitchen. Then I wait about 20 minutes. Then I have my coffee. And you know what I noticed? I don't get that jittery feeling anymore. My hands don't shake, and my head feels clearer. Try it just one morning. Just see what happens. You still with me? Good, because this next part really matters. If you're finding this helpful so far, go ahead and hit that like button for me real quick. It truly helps more folks just like you find this channel, and I'd sure appreciate it. All right, honey, let me light a fire under you a little bit now, because mistake number 4, this one's about attitude. And I don't say that lightly. Lying there in bed worrying about the day before it even starts. Now I know some things you gotta worry about. Bills, doctor appointments, the kids, the grandkids. I get it. But here's what I've learned the hard way. When you lay in bed and let your mind run wild, what if this happens? What if that goes wrong? Your body doesn't know the difference between a real bear chasing you and a thought about a bear chasing you. Your nervous system kicks right in. Stress hormones flood in. Your heart rate picks up. Your blood vessels squeeze tight. And your blood pressure climbs before you've even put your slippers on. So what do we do about it? I'll tell you what I do. And this sounds so silly simple that I almost didn't try it, but it works. The very first thought I let in my head each morning, I choose it on purpose. Not whatever floats in, I choose it. Mine is, something good is going to happen today. I don't even know what it is yet, but I say it anyway. And then I take 3 long, slow breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Slower than feels natural. That's it. That's the whole thing. And honestly, I could talk about this one all day because I've seen it change lives. But let me move on before I lose you. Getting older doesn't mean giving up. It means showing up differently. And finally, mistake number 5. This one's so quiet, you probably never even thought about it. Skipping breakfast or eating the wrong thing first thing. Now, I'm not talking about a big fancy meal. I'm talking about giving your body a little something steady so your blood sugar doesn't crash. Because when your blood sugar drops too low, your body panics. It releases stress hormones to bring it back up. And those same hormones raise your blood pressure right along with it. So many of y'all tell me, I'm just not hungry in the morning. I hear you. But here's the thing. You don't have to be hungry. You just have to be kind to your body. What works for most folks I've seen? A small handful of nuts, half a banana, a boiled egg made the night before, even 2 or 3 bites of plain yogurt. Nothing fancy, nothing time-consuming. Just something that isn't a donut or a sugary pastry. Because those sugary things, they make your blood sugar spike up high, then drop down low, and that up and down
That roller coaster, that's hard on your blood vessels over time. So here's your little assignment, and I'm saying this with all the love in my heart. Tomorrow morning, before you do anything else, drink that glass of water. Sit up slow. Don't push. Take 3 breaths. Choose one good thought. Eat one small, real thing. Then have your coffee. That's not a long list. That's not hard. That's just love. Love you're giving to yourself. Well, sweetheart, if you made it all the way to the end with me, I just want you to know I'm proud of you. Not because you watched a video, but because you're still trying, still learning, still showing up for yourself when it would be easier to just say, oh, it's too late for me. It ain't too late, not even a little bit. If this spoke to you, hit that thumbs up. Tell me in the comments which of these hit closest to home for you. I read every single one. And subscribe and hit that bell so we can keep going together. Remember now, this is just information from a neighbor who cares about you, not medical advice. Talk to your own doctor about what's right for you, okay? Take care of that heart of yours. I'll see you in the next one.